So here is my clock that I've made with things lying around. Now then, if you, I've cut out some hands, but remember I'm an adult. If you want some help cutting out hands, you might have to ask an adult at home. But equally, if you don't want to do it like this, what you could do is just get a piece of paper like this. You can, I'm trying to find a pencil now. I know I've got one here. Here we go. You could draw, so like I said, you could get a bowl, draw a nice circle on your piece of paper. And then, if you can't make hands like mine, you can find anything in the house. So you could use a big spoon and a little spoon. I know it's kind of bigger than the clock, but it's fine. It still does the job. Remember, your long hand is your minute hand and your short hand is your hour hand. And you can just practice going round and thinking about what it'd be pointing to, what it is. Or you could have different coloured pens, for example. My minute hand is green and my hour hand is red, so I could practice it that way. You can do all sorts of different things. You don't have to do it how I've done it, okay? But this is how I've done it, just because I thought it'd be easier for you guys to see. So what I want you to think about while I'm doing this is actually how a clock works. So we know it's got a minute hand and an hour hand. We know there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. We know there's 24 hours in 1 day, but does it matter how these go round? Okay, it does, doesn't it? Because if the hand started going this way, it's not going to make sense. We don't tell time this way, okay? Because time goes forward, doesn't it? Keeps going on. So our hands go this way around the clock. Okay, when it goes this way, or where anything goes around this way, we call it clockwise. Okay, so it's going in a clockwise direction. Okay, our hands go around in a clockwise direction. If, for some reason, the battery stopped working or something, it started to go this way, we would call this anti-clockwise. Remember we looked at the word anti in class and it means the opposite? So anti, or to stop, anti-clockwise. So going the correct way, going around this way, clockwise, going that way, anti-clockwise. Okay, so now we know that the hands always go clockwise. Okay, this, remember, when the minute hand is on 12, it's always o'clock. So right now it would be 1 o'clock, obviously. No, right now it would be 2 o'clock, obviously. 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 5, and so on. And it keeps going all the way around until it's 12 o'clock again. Okay, so we know that that is o'clock, don't we? But what I also want us to think about, I want us to think about the clock in relation to our timeline that we've been looking at. Okay, our AMs and our and how it goes. So in the morning, how are you going to know what time you meet someone? You might say, I'm going to meet you at 7 o'clock. Are you meeting them for breakfast? Are you meeting them at 7 o'clock in the morning for breakfast? Or are you meeting them at 7 o'clock in the evening for breakfast? So a good way to do that, okay, is here in our mornings, we would call this AM. Okay, so AM is from 12:01 at midnight to midday, and then we would call this PM. Okay, so AM and PM. So you would know whether you're meeting someone at 7 AM or 7 PM. So that's what our questions are going to be relating to today. I'm going to be asking you to think about when you're going to be doing certain things. I might say at 8 o'clock you're going to bed. If you're going to bed, is that going to be in the morning or in the evening? And if it's in the evening, is it AM or PM? Evening, it's going to be PM. Okay, so things like that. And all I want you to do today, all your work is have a fiddle around with the clock and get used to it. Okay?